I just was sent this by a couple of friends, their videos. I've never watched very many, even about of Georgia O'Keeffe, my aunt. I wish I had now. I don't know why I didn't, but I've never looked at things on the videos about Mark of the Beast or chipping, because actually this is what I was writing about and telling about and putting up on YouTube, tried to get the book published about putting chips. The best way to put it that they're using is in root canals. And you will tell me if you found out that you had one in your root canal, because I know I've lived this and I know I can, and I'm not going to because I don't want to hurt anybody. There's a stigma associated with a person being chipped. When they didn't ask for it, they don't even know it. You get the drift. Anyway, you got the dentist in this cover up. The best place is the root canal, and if you went in and told him you wanted it removed, he'd refer you to a psychiatrist. The mental health has been a scapegoat for this weapon of war, the chip, the programming people. Back to what I was writing about the Tesla files that were stolen, which gets into the Philadelphia experience and a whole bunch of stuff. That is true. Anyway, I've said this, and I don't mean to be redundant. Right now, I was sick a few months ago, and I didn't get over it. It's come back, so I'm losing my hearing, it seems. Anyway, back to that. I was telling that, and I'm being redundant, I know, but it's so impossible for me to believe that people are buying this. A couple of people, and one of them I think is possibly related to me, I'm not sure, but she put the videos up, and you should read it, everybody should. You think this is funny? I mean, not you all on YouTube, most of you have been very supportive when you've seen my videos. But of course, there's some in there that's like they do other people that tells about mind control or anything. That's what your chip is. Um, my God, that have everybody under chips in a few years if they haven't already. Oh my God, I can't believe people have bought all this. But my point is, and I'm babbling maybe, this is exactly what I've been writing about and telling. Putting chips in heart bypasses. One of the doctors I worked for did. And then the next job I had was for the man, he was president of Dixon. Fair show. There you go. Let me write it down. Wait a minute. I got to write it down. I'm sorry, but fair show. Gary Dixon his father was the chairman. Okay, you got Fair Show that was, okay, I'm losing my train of thought here. I wanted to get to Gary, his son. What was his title? Well, you can go down the line. There's the chairman of the board, there's the chairman, there's the next in line. Okay, I worked in their home office on Powers Ferry Road, across from Moonraker almost, where I lived. The only time I ever had something really super duper, but I paid for it, and the hell me and the kids went through of the privilege of living there, I guess. And the Journey's Inn restaurant, really beautiful. Um, Anyway, I mean, I've been writing and telling about it, and I would get afraid because people call you names and threaten to have you locked up and all this kind of. And that's one of the things that really bothers me is all the doctors and dentists that have kept quiet, knowing about this. They've said nothing about the murders. Um, I can't understand it because they know the difference, especially psychiatrists, between mind control victims and a person with mental health issues. Uh, what do they call it? Behavioral modification is is so preposterous. They've been allowed to get away from it. And if anybody doubts it, look back and at some of the hospitals that I know started out with Parkland, Parkwood, and in Atlanta over these years. they've got about, well, I don't want, I'd have to look back, but about three new, and they're promoting all this. Not once are they telling you about a person being programmed, and they're always in these mass shootings and all this stuff looking for a motive. Well, the motive is in the ones doing the programming. But it's shocking to me because I know there's plenty up there on mind control. You just Google mind control or YouTube it. And I've never watched one. I may have started one, but I didn't get any of my information. I got it from my own self. I mean, from researching myself back from 76. And of course, Larry Flint was shot in that while I was doing the book. So it just kept going on. And there's lists of deaths at Redstone Arsenal, NASA. You should really find out Jack. I put a few letters up, but of his, some were stolen. Hartsfield, he was FBI, and he was undercover as a reporter. Jack knew so much, and he was honest. He couldn't get anybody to print it in the media or anything. But they've caused a lot of deaths. If you want somebody dead, maybe I shouldn't even go any further. Out at Redstone Arsenal, there were lists of them. And you would be shocked I haven't put that up of some that I know of. It would, one day I hope the media's handcuffed, if that's what it takes, and I'm going to leave it there. And they have somebody replace them that is able to tell the truth. Now, I'm going to get off. I just wanted to get this up. Obviously, it upsets the heck out of me to know that I've put all this up. And I can't believe people out there. I mean, it's on YouTube. And YouTube, there's plenty of people on my YouTube account that have lots of money. But then maybe I better hush, okay, on that. I put it up there, and I hope on there that there's people that listen on there. I don't know what they do with it, but I hope they listen, and I appreciate the YouTube people that are sharing my videos, and the more they share, the more maybe people will listen. But this has been going on, and it is biblical. If you ask me years and years ago when I was in high school, I probably wouldn't have known anything about it. But when I did, it's appalling, and yes, I believe it's Revelations now, because I can't tell you all the ways that I know, but when I started finding out about my dad, I've said this about my kidnapping, and who I really am in '83 when I was in that campaign, political campaign. The timeline you can't change. Here I'm writing about this in '76, the Tesla files that the Illuminati, your mafia, stole. They did. And then you've got Trump, President Trump's uncle. I know I've said this 3 or 4 times in the last week or two, that stole the files. And then you got the FBI that got them. And I'm writing about them. And today, now and then, Trump is president, okay? I mean, and I don't know. Somebody told me, a friend of mine, one of the few I think I have, he's in law enforcement, and he said that this was the year it would all be told. I hope I live to see it told. But what are people going to do with it? Because they have the technology now. All it takes is a signal. You've got to have a little bit more. I would assume I'm not that knowledgeable. I'm sure they get to the tooth, but somehow they've got get your Social Security, maybe brainwave pattern. I don't know that part of it. All I know is what I've told, and the murders done in patterns. And I'm going to read you a couple. You really should. This was put up on my timeline. Someone was nice enough to put it up there. The title of this one, it was very helpful, I thought, to people. Has the mark of the beast started in India? Please watch that one, people. It's sad to the Indian people if this has happened. It has. It already has. And here's one. America takes the mark of the beast after. So I think if you just Google YouTube and those titles, but you really should. It's the oddest thing to me that people are eager to take it, and the corporations that they're working for, of course, your corporations are all part of the global Illuminati. Um, I can't believe it. So they start requesting like you have a choice, but people want to keep their jobs, so they're just going to go into it the same way that I've told people about this. They would be working and they'd say, "I don't want to hear it. I want to live my life with my children as long as I can." And I was told they didn't care. They didn't care about what happened to me. I find it appalling, as I would believe most of the people that follow me on YouTube, and most of them, I think, on Facebook. I know some of them find it appalling, but I thought I'd put this up. I got a problem that it makes me mad when I read it or hear it, and I want to share it. And all the people don't feel the way I do. They feel like, well, I'll just go along with it. Evidently, watch the YouTubes I just told you if you don't watch a lot of others, because that's how easy they're taking it. It goes back to the Bible. Absolutely.